Hello, are you horny? I don't know about you, but I think we all know somebody who is very, very horny. You probably already know about the drama and that he has had two Google Docs made about him, about his cheating. They have been really, really bad accusations about him, and we'll check them out together. And I'll just give my opinion on the situation. So let's begin. The first thing started when a girl dropped a Google Doc about him. I'm not going to read all of the Google Doc, but I'll just say the main points because the video is going to be really, really long. And I just want to give my opinion and why I think this exaggerated a little bit. So they started texting on Valentine's Day. He followed this girl on Twitter and actually she reached out to him, but keep in mind she was a fan of his and she even says he was her role model. She was a really big fan of his. She was doing like cosplay and I think spicy stuff for all I know, either on OnlyFans or on Patreon. I'm not sure. Are you still looking for a Valentine's date? Perhaps. She was excited. She didn't know what to send him, so she sent him that. And he was like, "What? You can't just open up with something like that. And besides, Valentine's Day is almost over from where I'm already. I mean, we can always do a Valentine's Day do over, you know." He invited her to play games with him. In the same first conversation, he brought up what kind of games he liked to play and invited me to play with him after a convention. And they were basically talking about playing games. So the next chapter is called Interest in Where I Live. For context, this is the same day as the first conversation, only moved to Discord for a few hours apart since I'm in EU time zone and he's US time zone. Things started out innocently enough with him inquiring about fun things to do near where I live, such as we could go on a date to make up for Valentine's. He not once expressed to me discomfort or that he wasn't single. He's really, really wrong for that. Cheating is bad.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
He lied. He is responsible for that and he's trash for that. He's a dumb. He's a loser. So they were just talking about normal stuff, I guess. I don't know why she included that, but maybe for evidence. Maybe for context, that's the word. Context. The next chapter is that he followed her private account in Instagram. That's only for friends and family. Next chapter, making plans to meet her in person. So they talked for 2 hours on Discord. They wanted to meet in person, and she made a bold line there, which said, "I also learned that there is a 15-year age gap between us." Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a creepy age gap, but she's over 18. She is of age. But yeah, men who target women that had just turned 18 or 19 or around that age are creepy because these women are stupid. Think about when you were 18. You were stupid, you were making stupid decisions, you're not wise. So he knows they're easy targets. So they made plans to move in together 2 days after they started talking. And that wasn't a red flag for you. So they were talking about pets and how they one day will move in together, which is a red flag when you know this person for 2 days, literally 2 days. And she highlights that we had known each other for barely a few days, and this 34-year-old man was already expressing interest in moving. Sorry, I have to get really personal with you. So she highlighted at the bottom, we had known each other for barely a few days, and this 34-year-old man was already expressing interest in moving in together to live in the same house, lying about being single and dating history. In this screenshot, Sykkuno said he has only ever had one relationship his entire life. I would eventually find out that was a lie and that he had been dating and living in the same house his girlfriend for years and that I was not the only one on the internet that he spoke to on a daily basis. So she says, I mean, you've been in relationships before. It's not like it's your first relationship. He's like, I don't know, Lo. I've only like actually dated someone once and they broke up with me. So yeah, I think I'm just not very good. So it's probably just a me issue. Very cringy. So the next thing is sexting. They sexted. Useful information, I guess. I really needed that information. She basically wants him to say that he touched himself, and he said that he touched himself on what she sent. And the next one is Sugar Daddy. Less than a month later, Sykkuno would randomly ask for my PayPal account in DMs. He'd then waste no time in sending me money unprompted, something unprompted. He asked for your PayPal account. What did you expect? Of course, when he asks for your PayPal account, he's going to send you money eventually. Are we playing dumb or are we actually dumb? I don't get it. I don't get this. Why are we acting like we are surprised that he sent money? I don't get that. I don't get why she's acting surprised when he asked for her PayPal and she gave him her PayPal. And the next one is a calculated pattern of love bombing and manipulation. After speaking to Elfea a few days ago, we were able to cooperate our experience with Sekuno and learn that we were both victims of his. We had no idea that he was talking to both of us at the same time. Sekuno is known to send hundreds of dollars to the girls he wants to get involved with. This screenshot is from when he took my friend Elfea to Paris during the 2025 TFT tournament, along with sending her 500 euros to help her move into her new apartment. You can also clearly see that this was sent from his business email's PayPal account. So he flew out a girl. He was pretty much taking care of her financially during the entire trip, and they ended up sleeping together, I think. Same calculated behavior and patterns, using his nerdy gamer boy facade to lure women into a false narrative. So he was pretty much lying to these girls and paying them, sexting or sleeping with them, cheating on his girlfriend. Rumors still managed to spread. Many content creators, both big and small, would vent to their friends about his behavior. Behind the scenes, for many, he'd been known as a predator who regularly took advantage of smaller and or vulnerable content creators. I don't want to use that word predator because you got off pretty easily, and his manipulation tactics are like fifth grade manipulation tactics. It's okay to be mad about it, but calling him a predator when there are people that are so much worse than that, yeah, he's an asshole. Yeah, he's a loser for doing that, but a predator, an innocent, romantically inexperienced boy failure who looks like an anime character and sounds like one too. This was the last thing I said to him. I'm beyond disappointed in you. Is he a cheater? Yes. Is he a manipulator? Maybe, but a really bad one. And he's just a liar, in my opinion. He's a 34-year-old man who is playing like he doesn't have experience with women. Oh, I don't know. I have had like one relationship and I've never done that before. A 34-year-old man. Do you actually think that's true about this really famous and really desired and rich 34-year-old man? When you actually stop and think about it, you can see through the lies. If he was actually that bad and he was actually that predatory, why would he give you so much money? You got off pretty good actually. You gained something. Not to say that money is everything, but an actual predator will suck everything out of you. Believe me, I know for a fact. If he was actually that predatory, you would end up giving him money. You would end up giving him all the money that you have, and it would still not be enough, and he would suck all the life out of you. He would take everything from you. Yes, it is creepy that he made plans to live with her. I'm not discrediting her and her feelings, but girl, we have to think, you're not that young. I know I was fucking stupid when I was 18 and 19, but I wasn't that stupid. I can give myself credit for that. I wasn't that stupid. I know I was a fucking dumbass but I think you just wanted to be the main bitch and you are salty that you aren't. Because in that video, you've probably watched it. He basically admits to doing that in the voice code that she linked, but everybody is pointing at that. You can still talk to me. That she said at like the 15 minutes or something.
But is why I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me. You can still talk to me and be like make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong, because I always am there for second chances. But I never will forgive you for cheating on her. That's that.
So you knew everything that has happened. You knew that he lied to you. You knew that he cheated on his girlfriend. You knew that he was messing around with other girls. You knew that he's been doing that for a very, very, very long time. And you were like, "Oh, you can still talk to me." You know all of that. You were fine with it. You were like, "Oh, you can get a second chance. Everybody deserves a second chance." But when he actually decided to make up for his girlfriend and stay with his girlfriend, then he became the predator. Then he became a manipulator. Sounds like you're trying to manipulate the narrative because you are salty that you're not the main bitch. And maybe she did it for scandal, because we know that scandal sells, right? I think it's a win win situation for her. She's got more people on her page, a lot of people know about her. Now, maybe a lot more people are buying her stuff. So it sounds like you benefited a lot. And she actually got money from him too. So when he stopped being the sugar daddy, now he became a manipulator and a predator. Something like this happened to me. And I had a similar situation where I went on a few dates with a guy, and he said that he was single and that his ex cheated on him and blah blah blah. He told me his whole sob story. But then his ex reached out to me and she said that they're actually together, they're sleeping together and blah blah blah. Do you know what I did? I fucking blocked him immediately. Then I unblocked him to insult him, but I blocked him again. I was done with this person. And I went on a few dates. I knew him in person. You didn't even know this guy in person. That's happened to me. I know how she feels. I know that she's mad. I know that she wants to ruin his career because she's mad and salty. But you can't say that he's a predator and manipulator when he's just a liar and a cheater. Because real predators, you've never dealt with a real predator. Real predators will take everything from you and they will make you the villain and they will post first and they will tell everybody that you're a psycho and they will abuse every situation and make it in their benefit. I've had like post traumatic stress. I had flashbacks because of a person like this. I've had so many panic attacks that I couldn't work. I He almost ruined my life. I'm now starting from zero because I dealt with a person that was an actual predator. But you can't say that every guy that cheats on you or lies to you is a predator and a narcissist. It's not how it works. These words have been thrown around so much that they have lost meaning. That's not okay. There is also this girl that came forward with some interesting information about the whole situation. Let's see it for ourselves.
I've known him since I was 19, since like September of 2020. Um, we were friends for a really long time, and for a long time, nothing bad happened between us. Yes, sometimes he would flirt to me. Did I reciprocate it? No, because I was like always in my head, like, why? Why me? You know? Like I was so insecure and self conscious, like, bro, like what? Like I'm an idiot, okay? Um,
We know that we are dealing with an insecure girl with who Sykkuno flirted with.
he and throughout those years, yeah, he did a lot for me in terms of like getting me into a bunch of servers that I would have never gone on by myself. But I do want to say I never asked him to do that.
Okay, what we know. He helped her a lot. We know that he flirted with her, so she knew what his intentions were. You're not that dumb. I know I said you're dumb at 19, but you know when somebody likes you. You know when somebody flirts with you, even when you're younger. You know that. She acknowledges that he flirted with her, and she then at the time thought, oh, why me? Why me? Because she was insecure. So she knew at the time that he flirted with her. Yet, if she wasn't attracted to him, she still accepted his gifts, which is like, why? I don't understand people who are like that. Maybe you just like the attention, because If you're not interested in him, why do you accept the gifts when you know that he likes you, and why don't you communicate that? Because you're gaining from that. I know why. Because she's gaining from that. He bought her stuff. He helped her with her career. I ran out of storage. I will try to be faster. Basically, is trying to run the narrative like, oh, she didn't consent, but she didn't say anything. Is he supposed to get a crystal ball and like read your mind or something? When you don't want something, how is the other person supposed to know when you don't tell them?
But the other two monitors that I did get when I moved back here were from Sykkuno. He did send me money for those monitors, but not once did I ask for money.
That's so stupid to say and take all of the responsibility off from you. Oh, I didn't ask him. Yeah, but yeah, he did it. You accepted it. You didn't ask, but you accepted. You knowing that he flirts with you and he likes you or whatever, and you accepting his help and gifts is you just taking advantage of that situation that he likes you.
I went to Evil Las Vegas alone, but I wasn't alone. I shared a hotel room with Sykkuno, but I didn't know that he had other intentions.
Okay, girl, how you didn't know that he had other intentions when he's been flirting with you and he's been giving you money, he's been helping you with your streaming career? Did you really not know that he had other intentions?
I just simply asked him, "Hey, are you going to Evil Las Vegas?" He said yes. And I said, "Oh, I'm trying to go this year. I'm looking at hotels and everything's so expensive. Do you pretty much have like any recommendations?" He said, "Oh, you're planning on coming. I actually have room if you just want to like room with me." I was insistent on being like, "Oh no, it's fine." And then he said, "No, like I have extra room. I already paid for it." And I even asked him, I'm like, "Are you rooming with a group or with friends?" And he said, "No, but there's 2 beds, so like you'll get your own bed." So I took his offer. I even offered to pay him back.
The use of word even. I even offered to pay him back. It's normal to offer to pay him back for your stay at his hotel. It's not a big deal and it's not something heroic that you did to offer to pay him back. That's normal.
We had plans to watch a movie together. We had plans to watch a horror movie together until dawn. We were watching the movie and he started to get very angsty or something. I don't know how to explain it, but he pretty much tried to make a move on me. And I was fully trying to say, like, I'm just here to watch the movie. Like, I'm just here to watch the movie.
So he invited you in his hotel room to watch a movie together. And you know that he's been flirting with and he's been giving you gifts. And you thought he just wanted to watch a movie with you when he's been actively flirting with you for months, maybe years. This is the oldest trick in the book. How do you not know? This is my question. How do you not know?
But me being a dumbass and not being very strong in like mentally, not physically. I mean maybe this is a people pleaser in me, but and maybe I don't know, benefit of the doubt, or because I still thought he was cute, or I don't know. He made a move on me. It did take like 30 minutes. This is like so personal. Like I don't talk about my intimate life at all, but I don't sleep with anyone that I'm not dating. And it didn't happen that night. I didn't want it to happen. So instead, I just gave him oral. And then when he fell asleep, I got out of bed and I just ate a banana and I was just staring out the window. I was dissociating. Then in the morning, he didn't really want to talk about it. And I was just kind of trying to open it up and talk to him about like what happened.
For him, it was maybe like a casual thing. And he didn't think much of it, I guess.
He ends up hugging me, but then pushes me onto the bed. We end up having sex. And I didn't have it in me to tell him to stop.
So she didn't know how to tell him that she didn't want to have sex. You're supposed to tell him if you don't want to have sex with him. He asked her if it's okay to finish in her and they had sex without protection and she didn't hear him. Instead of saying what, she said and he did it. He even asked if it's okay. It's on you to say that you don't want it first, and if you didn't hear something, you should say what. I get it. I get she is like mentally ill and insecure, but to force yourself to have sex with someone because you don't know how to say no, and you're saying this just now, he can't read your mind, and to say it right now, it's more like chasing clout than actually being a victim. And she's not a victim. He didn't force her. She didn't say that she didn't want. It's different things. things. Yeah, the moral of this whole story is don't have sex without protection. That's the worst thing you can do. Only do it when you have known this person for a long time. And even then, like he probably did this with his girlfriend. He's been sleeping around with women without protection, and he's been going to his girlfriend and maybe sleeping with her without protection. Imagine if that man gave her a disease or something. If I were her, I would be so mad. But his apology was that he acknowledged that he's wrong, that he decided to stay with his girlfriend and she decided to stay with him, and they're trying to basically work these things out. But she was never told that this was going to be public, and she never wanted that to be public. And everybody kind of did her dirty because she didn't want this to be public, and they didn't even ask her, and they made it all about themselves for clout. And also there was this girl that she made a Google Doc, and basically this whole Google Doc is saying that when they met, she was 17 and he was 28. And she's stating, when I became friends with him, I was a minor, 17. And we remained friendly for several years. More recently, he made advances towards me and told me he was not involved with anyone else. Why would you even say that multiple times that you were a minor when nothing sexual actually happened and he didn't know until she told him about her birthday later when she turned 18? Then he made advances towards her, and she's really trying to clickbait us with this 17 and 28, and people immediately think predator, but nothing sexually actually happened. It doesn't make sense. Why would you do this document if it's not for clout? He just played you and gave you money for that. The actual victim is the girl that got cheated on, that gave him 5 years of her life, and you're still dragging her and making documents. Like, stop with the documents, please. Make documents about actual predators and actual bad, really bad people. Who is this benefiting except you? I can't imagine how that girlfriend feels after so many Google documents made about him. Please stop with this, because people who have actually experienced real sexual assault and who are actually victims of that are not being taken seriously because of people like you. So that was it. Bye.